Sometimes I imagine Mickey and Jackson getting ready for the new day.
Maybe I do.
Maybe they moved somewhere out in the prairies. Got a house twice as big as their little place in Chicago. Got an endless backyard filled with Jackson's toys. His new friends. He's a normal kid again. Loud, full of energy. Yeah, his whole nightmare's behind him. One of those painful things that become dull once you've gained some distance from it. Everything moves slower for them now. They don't even use the internet. They know better than that. Changing names. That's okay. That helps them dull things too. Maybe they've forgiven me. I like to think so. Then I see it. Black vans pulling up outside their place. A helicopter flying low. Threatening phone call. Gets my heart racing again. Tempts me to run just one little search. Make a connection. 'Cause I know I could find them. But I won't. I can't do that to them again. I've dealt with enough fixers lately. I'm not even sure what the term means anymore. Maybe I'm old school. Majority chin always fit my definition. Efficient, deadly, and most importantly, for sale. Whenever I got stuck in a mess, Jordy was the first person I called, and the only person I had to call. Because fixers get it done. I guess Jordy's old school too, because this new breed of fixer is a different way of working. I doubt they could stand toe-to-toe with Jordy in a gunfight, but they got something he doesn't. They can hack. They exploit the CTOS, their network. They know how to track a digital shadow and coordinate an attack. These guys are fully adapted modern criminals with a wide range of skills. And eventually, I'm gonna run into one that's better than me. I need to be ready for that. Preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. With a wooden spoon. Mix your butter into the mashed bananas. Use a large mixing bowl. Next, is in the sugar, egg, and vanilla. Lightly sprinkle in your baking soda. Mix vigorously. Add your flour. And mix. Pour your mix into a buttered loaf-shaped pan. Bake for 50 minutes. Cool for 10 minutes. Remember the most important step. Enjoy.
Now, I never was a religious man, but I did have an idea once to put karma, religion, superstition, etc. to a test. Crowdsource it. Kind of like that old theory that you can coordinate everybody on one side of the planet to jump at the same time and knock us right the fuck out of orbit. Well, my idea, though, is get everybody to make the same wish, thought, prayer, and point it in the same direction all at once. What happens when a single collective voice demands a miracle? Maybe nothing. And that led me into another thought. What if, bullshit or not, you're the one running this site, and you can cheat the vote? You suddenly got a mass of people all thinking the same thing you programmed to think, and you're pointing them right at your target. All they need is one miracle, and you've got them hooked. What are you gonna do to make sure that miracle happens? Now that's when I started to come down from the LSD and realized that the idea sounded a lot better when I was high. Yeah. If you ever want a good snapshot of the current state of human spiritual evolution, how close we are to actually figuring shit out, you don't have to look any further than the internet. It's a place where you can find 500-page fan fiction about anthropomorphic 80s cartoon characters romancing androgynous pop idols, where you can get me started on what girls and cups are doing these days. Makes you want to unplug the whole damn thing sometimes, don't it? Well, maybe after I finish my fan diction. So I made the mistake of running my name through the search engines today. Been a while since I did that, and now I remember why. People still got a hate hard on for me. Even found a few bullshit sightings around the country, like I'm Bigfoot or something actually worth hunting. My message got through, at least my story is being used as a security lesson. But I don't like being the boogeyman in their example. Man, I had reasons for what I did, and Bloom knew it. That upland mug in the old broadcast that keeps popping up, I don't even recognize him anymore. That ain't me. Those were dark times. Angry times. And now I'm just tired. I've been in the trenches too long, people. I've earned my R&R.
There are two kinds of people in this world. Assholes and people who don't label people. Hell, most of them are assholes too. Hi, I'm a talking moose who was probably made in a third world sweatshop by malnourished children. Ain't I fucking funny? Don't throw rocks in glass houses. Throw spark plugs instead. They're higher on the Mohs scale. If you're gonna be the one who does with the most toys, at least be the one who made them. Ain't nothing left for free unless you're willing to grab it and run like a motherfucker. If you roll your socks into balls to keep them matched, here's a trick. Buy all your socks in the same damn color. Problem solved. Fuck your sock balls and fuck you. I bet it would be hilarious to hear my own voice coming out of a talking moose, so I'm gonna make that happen. If you take the stairs instead of the escalator and the people on the escalator are still passing you by, guess what? You would be more efficient just standing still. Never wink at a blind man. Never start a fight you can't cheat. And never trust a man who buys a pre-built computer. The problem with the fucking internet is that there's no 911 dispatcher and way too many volunteer firemen. If I wanted a goddamn peppermint pumpkin cappuccino, I'd tell you. I'd also shoot myself. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Well, a woodchuck can chuck wood, so shut the fuck up. If you change your profile picture more than twice a week, you're creating a permanent visual timeline about how you got old, fat, and ugly. I want the biggest cock-shaped tombstone money can buy just to see the look on the preacher's face. If you want to kill people because a book told you to do it, it's time to expand your damn library, friend. If it were done when 'tis done, 'twere well it were done quickly.
So Bloom's been looking at investing into our hackerspace, and that's got everybody at each other's throats. Some of us want to avoid the corporate control. Kinda goes against the spirit of what we do here, right? But on the other hand, we're talking about big money, and that means the projects get bigger. We could do something real here instead of just playing around. Bloom's promising they won't take away any of our creative control. They say they want to invest, not dictate. Do I trust them? Not entirely. Is the risk worth the reward? Yes. But I'm in the minority here. These guys would rather discuss Starship engineering than our future here. I'm gonna have to convince them. Also, why do people fixate on the aesthetics of a starship? There's no need to be sleek in space. Functionality is key, not form. The lab's all worked up over the Bloom branding. sounds fine to me. He quit. Said he wasn't willing to sell his soul to the dark gods for financial gain. He pointed right at me because somehow I've now become the unofficial liaison between us. Thing is, I'm not in this for the money. I know that's what everybody says, but really, I'm eager to see what we can do. I feel like I've finally been given a shot at something. No more computer repairs and tech support. These guys are giving me a shot to prove myself, and I'm gonna take it. I've decided to tell Sandy tonight. I can't wait to see her face. She's been working 2 jobs to support us this year, and I know she's been wanting to give the middle finger to her own dark gods and walk like Pete did. They moved Rose and I into a proper blue lab this week, and we were introduced to our new project. They're calling it the Central Operating System, CTOS for short. Software to run an entire city. I knew we were going big, but this is big. We'll be working on a test site. We're calling it the Bunker. I met one of my new partners today. Everybody went quiet when he walked in. He's a hacking legend. Best of the best, they say. Looked like a knuckle dragger to me. Right away he started picking on me. Said my parents were, and I quote, a pair of dirty douchebags for naming me Tobias, and he's gonna call me Frewer from now on. Nobody's called me Frewer since gym class back in high school. I'm not gonna let this hooligan ruin a good thing for me. Detective Sheila Billings. We need to talk.
We have an anonymous tip line you can call. I'll give you the number.
You graduated with the second highest scores in your high school. Then you tore through your criminology classes and got fast-tracked through the Chicago Police Department.
Don't you have better things to do?
Officially, you've got a spotless record. In 2009, you were following a suspect in the Parker Square strip inlets. You requested a search warrant, but they wouldn't give you one.
Who is this?
They wouldn't give you one because they were corrupt. So you went into his house anyway, found what you wanted, planted it where you needed to plant it.
You can't prove that.
You're right, but only because I erased the footage clean for you. You were right to do what you did, but here's the thing,